How do you go from $1,200 to $3,000 per copy? The difference between $1,200 per copy and $3,000 per copy is not closing ability. It's the menu presentation, and most managers don't realize the menu is where they're losing money because they think it's a form just to get through. It's not a form. It's a leadership moment with the customer. The way you enter it, the language you use inside it, and the structure you present it with determine whether the customer follows you through the process or fights you for the rest of the transaction. And today, I'm gonna walk you through the complete system, the structure, the language, the flow, and the actual word tracks that make customers lean forward instead of pull back. Most of what you've been taught about the menu is creating the resistance you're trying to overcome. Before I show you how to do all this right, you need to understand why most presentations fail, because if you don't diagnose the problem, you'll keep repeating it. The first breakdown is energy. When a finance manager walks into the menu thinking, "This is where I sell," the customer feels the shift immediately. They've been at the dealership for hours. They just committed to a major purchase, and now the energy in the room changes because someone is about to pitch them. Their guard naturally goes up before you've said a single word. Now, the second breakdown is the language that we use. Most managers use product language, extended warranties, gap insurance, paint protection packages. Every one of these phrases has been conditioned into customers as something to say no to. Hey, stop real quick. My name's Adrian. If this is one of your first times watching one of my videos, I want to personally invite you into our free community. So we answer all the questions, we break down live deals, and it's where we bring the top 1% of all F&I managers in the country to help each other, to lift them to the top and take you to the next level. I'll see you in there. Let's get back to it. And the third breakdown is structure. There's just simply too many options. 4 columns, 5 columns, different combinations that require a math degree to compare. And when a customer gets confused, what happens? They default to the safest decision, which is no. It's always a no decision. Now, the fourth breakdown is context. Most managers treat the menu like a standalone event. But if you haven't built the right awareness before the menu ever appears, through the trust transfer and the client survey and your needs awareness, then you're asking the menu to do the work it was never designed to do. This is the philosophical shift that changes everything about how you approach the menu. You're not selling products, you're presenting protections. And when you sell a product, you're selling the customer something to add to their purchase. More cost, more commitment, more stuff. And when you present a protection, you're showing them how to remove something. You're showing them how to opt out of a responsibility that would otherwise fall on them during their ownership. And customers don't want more stuff. They want less stress. And when your menu speaks to that, resistance dissolves. The rule is simple. 3 options, not 4, not 5, just 3. And when you give someone more than 3 choices in a high stakes decision, their ability to process and decide drops significantly. Now, option 1 is your most comprehensive protection package. This is the program that opts the customer out of every major ownership responsibility. This is your anchor. This is where you start. Now, option 2 and 3 are variations of the same core protections with only one variable, time. Same protections, different duration. 7 years versus 10 years or a decade. That's it when it comes to the vehicle service agreement. This structure works because it eliminates complexity. The customer isn't comparing completely different combinations. They're making one very simple decision. How long do I want this protection for? And how long do I want to transfer that responsibility away? The transition. You never just pull out the menu and start presenting. The transition bridges everything you've already built through the trust transfer, the client survey, and your needs awareness directly into the menu. And it sounds something like this. So that client survey went over a little bit earlier. The whole reason we developed that here at our dealership is because we represent multiple different brands. We want to make sure we went over what's covered and most importantly, what you're responsible for. And I just want to make sure I get your state and federal documents right the first time. Now that brings us to our consumer options, beginning here with option 1. This is our best and most comprehensive protection, specifically designed to pick up where the manufacturer leaves off. And then we immediately transfer into the vehicle service agreement. Beginning with the vehicle service agreement, this is not an extended warranty. A warranty only comes into play when a part's deemed defective. You then explain the difference between named peril and a comprehensive all-risk plan. Every sentence removes a worry. Then we go into tire and wheel. This is an upgrade to that vehicle service agreement. You make it personal. You ask them where they do most of their driving. You connect it to real road hazard experiences. You go over how you cover unlimited tires, unlimited wheels with a $0 deductible, and any curb damage that they may experience. We follow that next with guaranteed asset protection. It connects it back to the efficiency balance drawn out during the client survey. Explain it's a waiver that cancels debt, not an insurance policy. Because we have no conflict of interest, we also are able to cover your deductible up to $1,000. Each protection follows the same pattern. State what it does in plain language, connect it to a real ownership experience. Frame it as an opt-out of responsibility. Keep the pace calm and, most importantly, unhurried. Rule 1, never say covered or not covered. Frame everything as a responsibility transfer. Now, rule 2, never ask yes or no questions. Use this or that. Would you prefer to opt out of these responsibilities for the next 7 years or for the full decade? Now, rule 3, use time as the variable, not coverage. Rule 4, tie every protection back to a real ownership experience. And rule 5, most importantly, pace yourself. When you rush, you create anxiety. And when you're calm, they're calm. Now, mistake 1, over-explaining. State the protection clearly, connect it to their ownership, and stop talking. Let it land. Mistake 2 most people make is breaking eye contact at the wrong moment. The menu is a tool. You are the guide. Mistake 3, rushing the close. Present option 1 with full authority. Show the total premium, never individual line items. Break it down in a monthly difference or a yearly difference, depending if it's a finance or a cash transaction. Then ask, based on how you plan to own the vehicle, which makes more sense? Opt out of these responsibilities for the next 7 years or for the full decade? If this shifted how you think about the menu, subscribe below. Every week we break down exactly how Tier 1 operators approach the finance office, the life it builds outside the dealership. And if you're ready to install this system permanently, the ASURA community link is in the description below. Make sure to drop a comment and let me know what is the thing that you struggle most right now when it comes to your menu presentation. I read all the comments and I'll address it in one of my follow-up videos. I'll see you in the next one.